Hi there. I'd like to demonstrate some tools that you will be using extensively this year with your Chromebooks. And it's called Google Drive. Now, if you've used Google Docs before, it's basically the same thing. But Google is adding some functionality, adding some new tools. They're calling it Google Drive. If you haven't used it before, that's okay. I'll show you what it's all about. Now, how to get there. Number of ways to get there from your Chromebook. For many of the tools you're going to use, you can just start at your email inbox screen, like I am here. And if you look across the top, you'll see a number of commands: search, images, mail, documents, calendar, sites, groups, contacts, maps, and more. Well, what I want to go to is, right now mine says documents. Yours may say drive already, but mine still says documents. It's basically the same thing. So click on documents or drive. Now mine went right to the screen. Yours may look a little bit differently. They may take you to a screen that says, hey, try Google Drive, try 5 gigabytes for free, and there's a big blue button up in the top right corner of your screen. Go ahead and click on that, and it should get you to a screen that looks just like this. Now, the thing with Google Drive, or aka Google Docs, is that it all works online. And with your Chromebook, all of your word processing, or majority of your word processing, is probably going to be done on Google Docs. So, you're in this screen. If you come over here to the top left, you'll see a big red button that says Create. And if you just click on that, you'll see a number of options. You can create a document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, form, a drawing, a folder, or even more. Now, the document is what I'll show you in a second. A document is basically kind of like Microsoft Word, if you've ever used that, but it's all stored online. A presentation, it's like Microsoft PowerPoint, but again, all online. Spreadsheet is like Excel. A form is actually something you can create, an online form, kind of like an online quiz or an online survey, and you can create that. And then drawings and more. But what I want to show you is a document. So it's pretty simple. You create a document. Go down to Create Document, and an untitled word processing document appears, and you can just start typing. Okay, and it automatically gets saved. You can see it says all changes saved. But from here, what you can also do is title it. So you can just click up here and where it says Untitled Document. My great document. And then I'm going to click back on the tab where it says My Drive. And you can see my great document is right there. So, anytime you're logged into this account, whether it's on your Chromebook or on any other computer where you're logged into Chrome or your Google account, you can get to your Google Drive and get to your documents. So if I click back on it, back to my document, and I can edit. And it saved my changes. Now, one of the great things about Google Docs is that you can share it with different people, and you can collaborate on documents or presentations or anything that you create in Google Drive or Google Docs. So, for example, I'm going to go back to my great document, and you see this button up here that says Share. Well, right now it says it's only private to me. I'm the only one that can see it. But what if I want to share with Mr. Markey? And I'm going to add his email address. And it looks like Mr. Markey can edit it, or maybe he can just comment on it, or maybe I just want to let him view it. But I actually want to let Mr. Markey edit a document, and we can work on it together. So now it's shared with Mr. Markey. Now, okay, so I'm looking at my document, and I notice there's one other viewer, so I'm going to take a look who that is. Oh, it's Mr. Markey. He's taking a look at that document. So, whenever he's ready, he can see those changes. He could also start writing, and we can start collaborating on this document. Oh, there he goes. Well, that's helpful. He's typing in red so that you know it's him. So that's pretty cool. You guys can be collaborating on a document. You could also do the same sort of thing with presentations as well. You can share documents, presentations, spreadsheets, form, anything like that. You guys can collaborate as a group. You can do the same thing with presentations. So you could all be working on one presentation if one person creates it and then shares it with others. So I'm going to go back to my Drive, and I can see my documents there. Now, one other thing I want to show you is how to organize some of these documents. Once you start to get into all of this, you're going to have a lot of documents in there. It's going to be hard to organize everything and hard to keep track of everything. You can always go up to the search bar. If you remember what the title was, let's say I can't remember where my great document was, but I remember there was the word document in the title. And my great document shows up. So you can really use this search here. However, what would help maybe is if you do some folders. And you can also create folders. And let's say this is for my English 2 class. Period 5-6. And then you can create a folder. It really helps to organize stuff. So let's say my great document really should have been in period 5-6. So I can plug it in a folder. So you can start to have different folders for your different classes. I've created my Algebra 2 period 3, my English 2 period 5-6. And another thing that might help you, just a suggestion, is actually if you title your documents with your teacher's name in it, and maybe the period. So for example, my great document, that doesn't tell me anything about it. That doesn't tell me what it's for. That doesn't tell me the class, the teacher. What I'm going to do is come right up here. I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to go to More because I want to rename it. And my great document was really for Mr. Rossi's class, Rossi period 5-6. And that's going to help. I'll be able to search on all my documents for Mr. Rossi. I can search on all my Algebra 2 documents for Miss Lindahl, and that'll help me stay organized. Now the last thing I want to show you is something new with Google Drive. Now, in the past, Google Docs or Google Drive have only been available when you're online, when you have an internet connection, a Wi-Fi connection. That's changing. So one thing I want you all to do is to go up to this little gear where it says Settings, and you want to see down here where it says Set up Docs Offline. You want to be able to turn that on. So it says Enable Offline Docs. Go ahead and do that. And if it's not available already, you will be able to edit and create documents when you're offline. So that's a pretty cool thing, and more on that as it develops.